This is the first day in the famous Kruger National Park in South Africa. I am a day visitor today and tomorrow. Only thereafter will I then move to other camps in the north and will also stay there. At the moment I'm staying outside the national park in Malof Park. This is in the south of the national park, near the Crocodile River. There was some rain last night, which is unusual for June. June normally is winter, is the dry season. But let's see what the day is bringing. We're always optimistic. I limit my films to daily game drives. This has the advantage of short films. Who has these days the patience to watch an epic movie of 1 hour length on a cell phone? There are, however, some drawbacks. First, one might not see sufficient numbers of animals and birds. This can be remedied by combining 2 days into one still short film. Second, one has limited influence on the light for optimal filming. Third, one might see similar animals at different locations. But this is the reality of game drives. Elephants can be quite destructive. Even park officials admit that there are too many elephants in the Kruger National Park. After all, they don't have natural enemies, apart from the occasional killing of a small elephant by lions. When water is provided all year round, elephants remain in the vicinity of a waterhole and will overgraze their habitat. One is presently experimenting by closing some of the waterholes to force the elephants to migrate away. Crocodiles can't regulate their body temperature. This means out of the water when the water is too cold and back into the water when it is outside too hot. Due to them not being able to sweat, they open their mouth to get rid of excess heat. The comparison to dogs comes to mind. Of this predator, only the eyes and ears are protruding above the waterline. This is sufficient to spot prey by day and night. This yellow-billed stork is taking a chance. Crocodiles are not known for passing up a meal of fresh bird meat. This bird probably relies on the fact that crocodiles are not that fast outside of the water. Starlings are famous for their colorful plumage. But this is really impressive only when the sun shines onto it at the correct angle. This pied kingfisher is small, but its massive beak is the right tool for the job of catching fish. Buffaloes are gregarious and move about in large herds. This bull must have been pushed out of the herd by a younger and more powerful bull. Such lone bulls are often the preferred prey of lions, due to the bull not enjoying the protection of the herd any longer. A red-billed oxpecker is busy removing ticks and parasites. The buffalo seems to know that this is beneficial for him and accepts the treatment patiently. On the plains zebra, one can observe the light brown so-called shadow stripe between the black stripes. In certain areas of Namibia occur the Hartmann's mountain zebras, and in South Africa the Cape mountain zebras. Both do not show such a shadow stripe. Their pattern is strictly white, black, white, black. The tallest animals on earth. Always surprising that despite being so tall, they only possess 7 vertebrae in the neck, albeit each being quite long, the same number as human beings. Blue wildebeest are gregarious. Occasionally one can spot a lone bull which defends a certain territory. It is waiting for the return of the herd of female animals. In the background one can see impalas and giraffe grazing. This is quite normal in nature and not only in the national park. Both animals do not compete for food. In contrast, the larger numbers of eyes are quite useful to detect approaching predators quite early. A magnificent kudu bull. Its horns are decorated with mud. Bulls push occasionally their horns into muddy ground to show to other bulls who is the boss in this area. Kudu cows don't carry horns. Here a cow with a calf and, of course, some oxpeckers busy with skin care. This is the second day in the southern part of the Kruger National Park. Yesterday was somewhat disappointing, but in the night rain fell and creating lots of puddles of water everywhere. The game was rather distributed and needed to really concentrate at the rivers or at the waterholes. But we remain optimistic and let's see what the game drive today has in store for us. A male lion. It was the member of a larger pride which I couldn't film due to many vehicles in the way. When in the Kruger National Park one spots a traffic jam from a distance, it only means one thing: lions. I sometimes ask myself why visitors to the park are so fascinating with large cats. Oxpeckers don't seem to like working on lions. Hence, the king of the jungle has to see to his own skincare. By spraying urine at some bushes, the lion marks its territory. Other lions know then that this spot has already been taken. I have never seen oxpeckers sitting on top of an elephant. They are pachyderms, but so is the hippo, and there they sit in numbers. This impala ram seems to enjoy the treatment. Only when it is getting a bit ticklish in the ear is he shaking the head. The long toes of the jacana are built for walking on the leaves of some water plants. They seem to also be useful when walking in mud to prevent the bird from sinking in too deep. The Senegal kukal is generally difficult to spot, as it prefers to hunt deep in the bushes. One can see here that the coat of the blue wildebeest displays black stripes. The Goliath heron, with a body length of 1.40 meters, is the tallest among African herons. There is no danger here, as this little crocodile will not dare to attack such a large bird. It is rare to spot hippos outside of the water during daytime. They can suffer from sunburn. At night they move out of the water and graze on grassy areas in the vicinity. They are strictly vegetarians. Crocodiles possess a mighty biting force. However, they cannot really bite through. Once they have something in their teeth, they turn their body in a kind of screw-type rotation to rip pieces out of a carcass. Rather bizarre, the wattles hanging down from the face of this ground lapwing. With a body length of 1.45 m, the saddle-billed stork is the tallest of the African storks. The colors remind me of the national flags of Germany or Belgium.